Hello and welcome to the Film Reel, your source for all your movie and TV news here on Channel 15. I am Bryce West here with Kane Jones. Kane, how are you today?
I'm good, Bryce. I'm good.
So we're going to start off today's jam-packed episode with a look at last week's box office results. Let's take a look.
It Chapter 2 crossed the 200 million mark in domestic box office with a fifth-place weekend worth $5.4 million. Hustlers grabbed $6.3 million to land at number 4. Another strong weekend for Downton Abbey, which made $8 million for third place and $74 million domestic.
What now? I wish there was a way out of here.
After one weekend on top, Abominable slipped to second place on ticket sales of $12 million. Mixed reviews and theater security concerns didn't scare moviegoers away from Joker, which demolished the October record for an opening weekend, debuting with $93.5 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So Joker absolutely dominated the box office last weekend. Kane, what did you think of the Joker movie?
I thought it was really well done. I thought Joaquin Phoenix brought a new side to the villain that we have not gotten in previous performances. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think the Joker movie was definitely interesting. It took a whole new take on the character, and I thought that was really interesting. Well, what were some of the different things that they did with this character that you liked the most?
Well, since it was an origin story, you got to see more of how he became who he is. And like in the Dark Knight trilogy, I mean, he was in as the villain, but I thought since the origins, you got more of why he was so, how he is like sadistic and stuff.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to see. I mean, the Joker definitely isn't the hero of this movie, of course. Yeah. I feel like they definitely took an artistic approach to with it, to where he is the protagonist of the film, but we never really thought that what he was doing was right, because the Joker is definitely one crazy dude, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I thought it was really like genius how they were able to have our protagonist be such a bad person, but for us to kind of know why he is that way, because a lot of movies like this kind of have trouble with that, because the protagonist is supposed to be the hero,
of course,
but I mean, our antagonist in this film is a terrible person who's committed so many crimes, so many terrible crimes. So I really thought it was really interesting to see this new approach on this character. If you have not seen this movie yet, you definitely need to check it out. Obviously, don't take your kids to this movie. This is a hard R movie, so this is not a movie for the kids. I understand that it is technically a superhero comic book movie, but this is definitely not a movie to take the kids to. No. So right now we're going to take a look at Gemini Man here. So Gemini Man, it looks really interesting. So we're going to go ahead and play some footage here while we talk. So Gemini Man is about basically two Will Smiths, and the other Will Smith is I guess the younger Will Smith is out to get the other Will Smith.
Well, I think the Will is a trained assassin.
Yes.
And he comes across a person he's trying to hunt down, and it turns out that it is him. It's a clone of himself. And so it's like the ultimate match going up against yourself, you know?
It's definitely a really interesting approach. The young Will Smith, the effects for him are amazing. Like you've seen stuff like this in like Captain Marvel, where they de-aged like Samuel L. Jackson, and they also did kind of stuff like that with Rogue One, a Star Wars story, where they brought back Grand Moff Tarkin, the actor who has already died, and kind of made him look like he was in the movie, and they had a younger Princess Leia. So I definitely think technology like this has come along tremendously, especially in this movie. Now, I have heard some early reactions saying that it's a good movie per se, like the action is great, but it seems like the script is not so much. I've heard that the script almost seems like it's a first draft. So what do you think of that, Kane?
Well, I think it'll be good. I think that since Ang Lee, he directed it. He same director that directed the movie Life of Pi. I think it was filmed in a way that we have yet not seen, and so I think it'll hold up at the box office. I think it'll be good.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about some new TV shows coming out, Batwoman and The Walking Dead. Stay tuned for more.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first. The tri-state source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social.
All our ghosts get swept away. It didn't used to be this way.
Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
Hello and welcome back to The Film Reel, your #1 source for movie and TV news. Right now we're going to go more into the TV side, and we're going to be talking about Batwoman, which just recently premiered this last Sunday. I thought it was much better than what people were thinking. The trailer that we got definitely didn't give us the greatest look, I think, into what this show was going to be. But I definitely think that it was a lot better than I expected, at least. I do think that the reviews are still probably going to be a little bit mixed. But I really did enjoy what I saw. It's basically about Kate Kane. She's been training to become this soldier for this group in Gotham because Batman has disappeared, and this new group of people have been basically trying to help save Gotham. And her dad runs the place, and so basically he was wanting her to get trained or whatever, but he never really wanted her in it because he didn't want her to get hurt. So that kind of made her upset. But eventually she comes across Bruce Wayne's mansion, now abandoned, and she comes across the Batcave, and she finds a suit, and she basically becomes the new Batman, but of course being called Batwoman. I definitely think that the action was really fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing her interact more with the other Arrowverse characters on the CW. There's all the superhero shows on the CW are connected, if you don't know at home. And so I'm really excited to see how this all crosses over, because she actually has already appeared in last year's crossover, so this is basically a prequel to that, and so we're seeing her origin story, how she gets to there, and this is going to lead up to Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is going to be the big crossover event from a multitude of
Right.
CW shows: Smallville, Arrow, The Flash, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow. All those shows are crossing over into one for this big mega event, which is kind of similar to Avengers Endgame.
Right.
So it's really, really cool to see a new character join the fold, and
Ruby Rose.
Yeah, Ruby Rose as Kate Kane.
Wow.
She definitely fits the part. I definitely think they picked the right person to do that. So basically, Batwoman exceeded my expectations because the first trailer, like I said, seemed a little slow. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of the season pan out.
Okay. And now we have Walking Dead, which is one of my favorite shows, Bryce.
Yes.
The Walking Dead came back on the AMC network on Sunday for its 10th season. And I love the evolution of the show because our main heroes that you see, they've evolved so much. They've been through so much stuff on the show. And the villain from 2 seasons ago, Negan, is not really the villain anymore. We get to see this group called the Whisperers. And the Whisperers have 2 head villains, Alpha and Beta. And it's interesting because this group called the Whisperers actually wears the dead as like masks over them. And Negan, like I said, the villain from 2 seasons ago, I think that this season, our main heroes are going to try to ally with him to take down this new rival group. And so, yeah, I think this season has potential. I do.
All right, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with some trailers here on the Film Reel.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first. The tri-state source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social.
All ghosts get swept away. It didn't used to be this way.
Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
Welcome back to the Film Reel, your source for all your movie and TV news here on Channel 15. We're going to be taking a look at some trailers here now. One is for Birds of Prey, and one is for The King's Man, which is a prequel to the Kingsman series of films. And Birds of Prey is kind of a spin-off to the first Suicide Squad movie that aired in 2016. That movie made quite a bit of money. So I'm wondering if Birds of Prey can follow, because Suicide Squad was not necessarily well critically acclaimed, but it definitely was really well received in the box office, which is why they are doing this movie, and they're also making a sequel in 2021. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of pans out. The Kingsman, I don't really know what to expect of that film. It's probably going to perform similarly to the other Kingsman films.
It could be a toss-up, yeah.
So we'll go ahead and take a look at those trailers right now.
You know what a harlequin is? A harlequin's role is to serve. It's nothing without a master. And no one gives two shits who we are beyond that. The Joker and I broke up. I wanted a fresh start. But it turns out I wasn't the only dame in Gotham looking for emancipation.
Spectacular news! Miss Quinn, she belongs to me.
Who are you guys?
Here's the deal, Quinn. You need me!
He's after all of us now. None of us are walking out of here. Unless we work together.
With you. You gotta be kidding me.
Isn't this fun? It's just like a sleepover. We should order pizza. Big Cosmos.
Harley, focus.
Okay. I'm the one they should be scared of.
Boom!
Not you. Not Mr. J. Because I'm Harley freaking Quinn.
Woo! Who's having a good time?
Get ready, ladies.
Psycho chick.
I never call a woman a chick. I'll accept broad, lady, woman, and on occasion, bitch.
What are you talking
What's
about?
that for me, will you?
This will not be a war of heroes. Which is all to say, this is going to be fun.
The world burns.
You have no idea of what men are capable of.
We must do something.
I know you want to fight. But there are other ways of doing your duty. You're going to need a suit. Come on. We are the first independent intelligence agency. Preserving peace and protecting life.
Welcome to the club.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses.
While governments wait for orders, our people take action.
Evil minds that plot destruction.
Now it's time to show the world.
Sorcerer of death's construction.
How mighty you are.
Oh, larger.
Our enemies think we are gentle men. But reputation is what people think of you. Character is what you are. Armed and ready. Armed, yes. But ready, well, we shall see. This is called a parachute. It means that one can jump out of a plane safely.
And that was a look at Birds of Prey and The Kingsman. Kane, which trailer did you like the most out of those two?
Probably the Kingsman trailer.
Yeah.
I think that looks better than the Birds of Prey, honestly. Birds of Prey, I could see why they chose Harley Quinn to do kind of an origins. But I think the Kingsman, a prequel to the Kingsmen series, is going to be better, personally.
The Birds of Prey trailer, the problem with that is they made it more look like a Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be about the team, and they only really focused on Harley Quinn during the trailer. So people are still kind of wondering, like, what is this movie even about?
Right,
like, who is this movie for?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, and I really don't think Warner Brothers did that great of a job of really advertising their movie.
Right,
like, it was just really weird, and I really hope that in their second trailer we can see more of the Birds of Prey team, because this is supposed to be a team movie, not just a Harley Quinn movie. But yeah, like you just said, the Kingsman, or the Kingsman, sorry, looks really good.
Well, as far as prequel origins, I think the Kingsman is going to be awesome. Personally,
So right now we're going to take a look at some upcoming movies. So Star Wars Episode 9 is coming out, and that's going to be the epic finale of the Skywalker saga. What are you most looking forward to in Star Wars Episode 9?
Well, I think you just said it, like the whole thing coming to an end. And when it's done, I think fans are going to be sad, but also at the same time they get the closure that it's coming to an end. And yeah, I think it's just going to be awesome.
Yeah. What do you think about the kind of Rey red lightsaber evil dark thing going on? How do you think that's going to pan out during the film?
I think it's going to make fans wonder, because is she going to the dark side? But I don't think she will, because she's Rey, she's our hero, you know. So I think it's just to tease the fans.
So Frozen 2 is also coming out. How do you think that movie's going to perform? Do you think it's going to do as well as the first one? Do you think it's going to be like this huge billion-dollar blockbuster film? Or do you think it's going to perform a little less than the first one?
It very well is possible that it can make a lot of money, because it is Disney. The first one did very well. I think the soundtrack helped a lot of it, and people fell in love with the characters. So if you have some new characters introduced that people like and fall in love with, I think it has potential to exceed the first one. I really do.
Terminator Dark Fate, the new Terminator movie coming out, is kind of retconning some of the past movies. It's kind of retconning everything except for 1 and 2. What do you think is gonna happen with that movie? How do you think that is gonna go?
Personally, I don't think it'll do very well, because there's already been so many Terminator movies done, and I think it's just they do the same concept over and over again.
Yeah, and they've retconned it before a couple times,
right? Yeah, I think they have, yeah.
And so it's just like, is this the real one now, or, you know?
And of course, Arnold's back, you know, like, get to the chopper.
Yeah.
You know, like classic Arnold, what we see.
But he was also in the last one, Genesis, right? So it's not like it was this epic return like Genesis
I don't know. I just don't think fans are going to be like, another Terminator, really?
Yeah.
You know,
and the sequel to Wonder Woman 1984, is also coming out in 2020. I'm really excited for that movie. That was one of the That was one of the DC movies that really performed well in the box office and critically as well, which at the time was a rarity for DC movies. Now they've kind of gotten their footing back. So I'm really looking forward to that Wonder Woman 1984 movie coming out next year. There's not currently a trailer coming out, but when there is, we'll definitely report it here. And Disney Plus is also a streaming service coming out with a bunch of new TV shows and movies and stuff like that. So literally just more movies and TV shows for especially Disney fans.
Yeah,
you go ahead.
Another platform to watch, you know, movies.
Although that does bring up an issue where it's just like, are we having too many streaming services?
That is true,
because it's also introducing like Peacock, HBO Max, stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of them coming out. So do you think that this is going to overflood the market a little bit and be kind of a problem?
Honestly, it could be 50-50. I don't think it'll flood the market too much. I think it'll do more good. And so I think Disney Plus, it'll be a good platform.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and once we come back, we'll be giving our box office predictions and wrap it up here on the Film Reel.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first. The tri-state source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social.
All ghosts get swept away. It didn't used to be this way.
Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
And welcome back to the Film Reel, your source for all your movie and TV news here on Channel 15. We're going to go ahead and give us our box office predictions for this weekend. At number 1 for me is The Joker. I think with how well it did this weekend, I think it's going to do even better this next one. The Addams Family coming in at number 2 for me. It's a kids movie, so I definitely think it's going to be up there, but I don't think it's going to cross over Joker all that much. Gemini Man at number 3. I don't think it's going to I mean, Will Smith is there, but I think the Addams Family, I know you disagree, but I think the Addams Family is going to have more of that kid audience, and I think it's going to be able to bring more people out to the theater. At number 4, I have Jexy. It's this comedy movie about some guy and his phone is talking to him and stuff like that. And at number 5, I have Downton Abbey. It's been performing pretty well. This is kind of my boldest prediction here. I don't know if it will be able to stay here in the top 5, but we're definitely going to see this weekend if it's able to stay.
Okay, so I agree with Joker. It's going to reign king for this next weekend. I think that's going to be number 1 again. But I have Gemini in the number 2 spot. I think having Will Smith, a first-class actor, I think is going to propel that movie to doing well in the box office, and which leads me to my number 3 prediction, Abominable, excuse me. I think that has potential to beat number 3. And number 4, Jexy, had that in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And Addams Family 5. I
find it interesting that you have Abominable number 3, but the Addams Family number 5, which is a new release.
Well, I don't know. Abominable, the concept, I think people may like the concept better than Addams Family. I know Halloween is coming, but I mean, it's just another animated remake of Addams Family. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely a bold prediction there in my opinion, but
I think Gemini Man, that's gonna.
I don't know. I think you have a little bit more faith in Gemini Man than I. But
Maybe. As opposed to an animated movie. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you say animated movie, but it's also a kids movie as well. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here on the Film Reel. I am Bryce West. This is Keynes Jones. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stay tuned next week for a little bit more. We're going to be talking about Zombieland next week, some more TV releases, and hopefully we'll have more trailers to come. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Channel 15.